You are now live, ladies.
Good morning,
Good morning.
everyone. I got a sneeze coming.
Bless you. Kevin hates when I do that.
It's right there. Be like, hi. Morning, Gilbert.
Good morning. Oh, yeah.
Hi, Dad.
Need it? Hi, Ace.
I'm mailing out Peggy's package today.
But what size is it?
9 by 12. Hi, Emily and Amy. Morning, Adam. Michelle. Jean. Skylar, what's up? Now, I know that's going to come out at the most inopportune time. Probably all over this pie.
I know, right?
No.
Hey, push that pie away.
I'll sneeze left.
I want
okay?
some of that pie later.
Sleeping. Hi, Aaron. Morning, sister.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
I forgot to turn this on. I'll do it right now.
Welcome to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer Blackwell.
And I'm Teresa Strong.
We are here on this Cat Shirt Friday.
Woohoo! I love your new cat shirt, by the way.
Thank
It's
you.
very fitting for this week we've been having.
It's pandemonium. It's a catastrophe.
You have to show Facebook Live that.
When Anita gets here, I will. I got to spin away from the mic there. To
Yeah,
do so.
it's super cute. Like I said, very fitting for all of the.
It's been a challenging week.
It's definitely been a challenging week, and I'm happy it's Friday.
I am so happy it's Friday too. And if we play our cards right, we're going to get a short day out of it. Just for today, because we worked late last night. We're working tomorrow night too.
Yeah, it's definitely a long week, but tomorrow's going to be fun. I'm super excited, and I'm really looking forward to emceeing the Midnight at the Oasis with you.
We had a great time last night at the rally on Main. It was down on the all of Main Street.
All of Main Street.
Covered every single inch of Main Street. We had so many amazing classic cars that have come into town or already reside here.
Yeah.
That stopped on over and visited us. I hear sirens. I hope that's not a not a bad sign.
No, it's Friday. Let it be Friday.
Yes,
no
give us a break.
excitement.
Give us a break. But we had so many individuals come out last night, and everyone has a lot of fun. There was mixing and mingling, and we had our Z93 and Outlaw Country van there. So a lot of people did come by to say hi, like we had encouraged.
Yes.
And it's all about fun. And if you did not have the opportunity to come check out that really cool Chevy C10, that's the big giveaway from the Caballeros de Yuma this year. And tickets are only $20.
Yes, you can get your tickets all weekend at the Midnight at the Oasis. Actually, they have the truck on display, and usually right next to the truck is the ticket booth. The tickets are only $20, and they draw the winner for that actually Sunday morning.
All right. Well, we have a few different guests coming up today. We love Fridays because it's Foodielicious Friday, and Janice has made us something that ties in with one of the national days today. So we will get to partake in that. And we also have Dr. David Brill coming in. He is running for Congress in District 4.
Yes, he is.
And it's Cat Shirt Friday, but they shared some information about their dog Lola. Lola's back at home manning the fort because they are from the Prescott area. And then after Dr. Brill, we have another individual coming in, and it's Pastor Vince Harmon, and he's going to be talking about the Sarah Harmon Memorial 3-on-3 basketball tournament that is taking place next weekend, because today's the deadline to get signed up for those teams.
Yes.
And they are limiting the number of teams. So he's going to come in and tell us a little bit about Sarah and talk about this great event.
Sounds good.
All right, today is March 2nd already, and it is National Banana Cream Pie Day.
Hence the pie that's sitting right next to you.
Yes, I think this is technically
Aww.
my third favorite pie because coconut cream is my favorite. I like cherry. It's a very, very close between cherry pie and banana cream pie, though.
Really?
Banana cream pie is my dad's favorite, so my mom would usually make one of each. So coconut cream and banana cream for for each of us.
Of course, I'm not a fan of coconut, but I love me some bananas. So, like banana cream pie, I actually recently went to our local ice cream factory around here and mixed my own banana ice cream with graham crackers, caramel, and I liked brownie, but they were out of brownie, so they did a chocolate cake, and I'm glad I did the chocolate cake.
That sounds good.
Oh, it's delicious.
It is a nice mix. Well,
but I mean, I'm ready to have some pie when we're done.
This next, we generally like to say, okay, I can get behind that day or this next one. Well, I embody the next one because it's National Old Stuff Day, and I'm feeling kind of old at the end of this week.
We've had a lot of lack of sleep in our households this week.
Well, it's also National Read Across America Day and / Dr. Seuss Day. Mm-hmm. If it falls on a weekend, they generally observe it on the closest day to the school day for our kids. And I know a lot of individuals in our community have been called upon as guest or celebrity readers for the classrooms. Unfortunately, we're here at work, so we're not able to do that. But do you know Dr. Seuss's given name?
No.
Theodore Seuss Geisel, and he was born on this date in 1904.
Wow.
And he was an American author, political cartoonist, a poet, an animator, a book publisher, and an artist. And he's best known for authoring more than 60 children's books under the pen name Dr. Seuss. And originally it was actually spelled out Doctor, then later abbreviated. And his work includes several of the most popular books of all time, selling over 600 million copies.
Wow.
And being translated into more than 20 languages by the time of his death. Now, do you have a favorite Dr. Seuss book?
Oh, The Places We'll Go.
I love that one too. And a popular one that was a very frequent requested story time was One Fish, Two Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
All of them, and they're made to be a little bit of a tongue twister. But I love all Dr. Seuss, and I'm glad Eli has been able to experience it, and they now with all the different movies out and things like that. I love the Dr. Seuss where Mike Myers played Dr. Seuss. It's an older one. I think it came out when I was much younger, but there's a lot of different Dr. Seuss movies out there, and a lot of actors that have done some pretty good justice to those movies.
And, I love the books, and while I will donate a lot of the books either to organizations. I know Crossroads was looking for books for their children's library. I just cannot bring myself to give away the Dr. Seuss books or some of the fairy tales my mom had purchased a set for Jace. And I'm a bit of a hoarder when it comes to those things.
But those are for good reason.
I'm a sentimentalist.
Yes,
there
for
you
good
go.
reason.
There you go. I just remember watching him sitting there as a little guy reading them or having us read them to him.
Oh, yeah, it was Cat in the Hat, not
the cat.
You know what I meant, little. Come on now.
Yeah, we know exactly what you meant.
But yes, definitely. Dr. Seuss has been a staple in all of our families, I think, for a very long time.
Speaking of Cat in the Hat, it's not really Cat in the Hat, but it's Cat Shirt Friday.
Yes, it is.
And we want to encourage you to get your entries in for this week's Cat Shirt Friday giveaway. All you need to do, we've already been receiving entries since yesterday. You can either text us a selfie with your pet or any type of pet photo. You can draw one if you'd like and take a shot with your phone and send it to us.
Exactly.
You can message it to us on Facebook too. That's another great way to get in touch with us. Get those entries in by noon today, and we will pick one winner at random. It's not based on how cute this or that animal is.
No, it's totally random.
We put him in a big fish bowl since it's Cat Shirt Friday / Pet Day, and we pick one winner at random. Now,
what's in the prize this week? I saw a lot of goodies.
This week's prize is. Hang on, I got to scroll down and actually look at the picture.
You are just tempting all of our viewers with that pie shot all morning, aren't you?
Okay, today's prize includes we have another 50th anniversary Phoenix Suns T-shirt, an orange hat that goes along with it. You have to have the set. A water bottle. We're throwing in one of the 50th anniversary magnets this week. And there's also a $25 gift certificate from the Oriental House. And FTS Automotive Center has an oil change valued up to $34.95.
Always necessary.
Advocate Pest and Wildlife Service has donated 4 tickets to the March 10 Jazz of Yuma Family Barbecue. And those tickets alone are a $40 value. So you can take the family and enjoy a great meal. And this prize pack is valued at $140. So get your entries in. Again, some wonderful submissions already coming in today. We just really like to support pet lovers and share our stories because they are a big part. They're family members. They're part of our life.
Definitely. And you didn't get the Cat Shirt memo today.
Which memo? Oh, you and Anita wore your Humane Society Yuma
Yes,
shirts?
great minds think alike
Well,
today.
I thought you would save those for next Friday when Cutter comes in.
I can wear it again
Cutter,
next week.
and I think Hillary, she's going to talk about yoga with cats and Critter Country.
Oh, already?
Yes, we're
Oh, my
gearing up
goodness.
for it. So that is coming up next Friday. But today is also National Speech and Debate Education Day. That's by annual resolution, so we recognize that. This one we all love, National Employee Appreciation Day.
Oh, that's why we're leaving early.
That's why. Not because we've worked extra and we're
extra
tired.
hours this week.
And it's National Dress in Blue Day. I got that memo. You have jeans.
I have
You both
jeans.
have
We got
jeans
blue
on.
jeans
Okay,
on.
we're good. We're good.
Some kind of blue, right?
It's all happy. Now, we have a few birthdays to mention here for March 2nd, and these are brought to you by Firehouse Subs. They are the birthday shout-out sponsor, and we want to remind you that the Firehouse Subs Foundation, they do many wonderful things for our first responders and our community, and they just give back so much. So when you buy a sub, you help save lives.
Exactly.
Today we have a birthday wish going out to Derek Ellis, and he says, happy birthday to me, looking great at 47.
I love that.
And see, don't be too ashamed or anything. There's no shame in sending in your own birthday because you could end up taking away the prize.
Exactly.
We will pick one winner each week, and the winner will receive a medium sub from Firehouse, chips, a drink, and a dessert.
Sounds good.
That's a good value there. And if you have birthdays to submit, just go to our website at monstermediayuma.com. Click on the Today in Yuma page, and then we have a little entry form. Just scroll down a short distance, and you'll see the Firehouse Subs. It's a little birthday logo going on there.
It is. If Anita can get a shot of it on our Facebook Live feed, it's actually the exact logo that she's showing right now.
That way you know what to look for.
Exactly.
And either send us your birthday, but make sure to tell us the date so we can include it for the specific days. And you're automatically entered. And we'll actually draw a winner for that
We'll draw a winner.
a little bit later in the show today.
Yes.
Now, we also have birthday wishes going out to Danny Bunce, Amy Rushlow, Gretchen Hostler, and Maria Arangeri.
Good job.
I think those are today. Do you have a few more for today's list?
I do have two more for today's list. The beautiful Nichelle Cobb and a long time friend. Our parents have been friends since we were tiny little babies. Kelly Dale, we want to wish you a happy birthday as well.
Coming up this weekend, we have Saturday birthday wishes going out to Blake Doughton, Jerry Gill, and George Gatley. George has been a long time broadcasting professional in this community. He's one of the first people that I met when I moved here 25 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it's 82 or 85. I don't recall, but how old he is. But, George is like 45 at heart.
He is. He's still getting out and doing his thing. He's still a big proponent for the ag community around here. So most
absolutely.
definitely.
And Sunday, one of our amazing Miss Yuma counties, Casey Turner, is celebrating a birthday. You know what? She embodies the positivity, the spirit of happiness and positivity all the time. She is such a sweet, sweet lady.
She
Love
does.
her.
I have a couple more for Sunday. Sean P. Underhill, he's our resident Ghostbuster. He's the one that drives around and does
He has
cosplay for
the
the
Ghostbuster mobile.
Exactly. And my cousin Julia Stevens and longtime friend Manny Martinez. I want to wish you a happy birthday.
All right. All of you will be entered into the drawing except Teresa's 713 cousins for the Firehouse Subs giveaway.
Yes, and like Jen said, we'll be doing the drawing for that this week. For this week's participants here shortly.
Now, we're going to just touch briefly on a situation that occurred last night because I don't know that there was anyone in the community that didn't hear a siren or see lights and find out what was going on.
Yes.
Because it affects some of our nonprofits today. People might not be
does.
aware of that. There was a riot that occurred in the Cheyenne unit at the Arizona State Prison Complex in San Luis last night, and they actually enlisted the help of all of our local law enforcement agencies. The first message I received was about 7:30 last night, and a friend said, I just saw multiple YPD cars heading towards 32nd Street. They were heading south. And she said, I counted 11. And then right after that, another one after the other. And then I reached out to Sergeant Lori Franklin, and she said, we've been called to assist in San Luis. And then other people started sharing information about there being a riot out there. And
this is just goes to show, when Sergeant Lori Franklin was here earlier in the week, she said, they have resources all over. We're lucky to have, the military, the Border Patrol, all those different units all in our area.
So if our law enforcement individuals are tied up at one location,
exactly,
it's like
we all come together as one.
It's a brotherhood, a sisterhood. They're here to help one another. Even Border Patrol was called, SWAT was on scene, and there were a lot of concerned people, obviously, for both those employed at the prison, but also for the inmates located at the facility. So, a lot of people were concerned from both angles. And around 9 p.m., the mayor let me know that the situation had been taken into control. And the Department of Corrections posted on their Facebook page that about 600 inmates were involved in this particular altercation. They were throwing rocks. They lit mattresses on fire. And there are, they had accounted for all of the prison guards and staff. And I don't have follow-up today as of yet about injuries involving inmates. I don't have confirmed information about that. Just, hearsay and stuff. But I want to hear it from the Department of Corrections people first.
Exactly.
But again, how this impacts our local community is a lot of our agencies, including our nonprofits, rely on volunteer hours, and the inmates from the Department of Corrections come into the food bank. They are severely shorthanded today as a result of that.
Yes.
So if they're looking for some able-bodied individuals who can come on out, make sure you might want to wear a light jacket. It's a little chilly in the warehouse, and closed-toed shoes. They are looking for help today if you are able to volunteer at all.
Exactly. And they're looking for it as of 8 o'clock this morning until around noon. So if you can, and you have, even if it's just 30 minutes to an hour, that's a big help to them. So if you have any time, get on down to the Yuma Community Food Bank today.
All right. It's time for our first break here on Today in Yuma on Z93 Outlaw Country and MonsterMediaYuma.com. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. Make your appointment to get your 2017 taxes done at their Yuma or Foothills location. Give them a call today at 343-1040 to schedule your appointment.
And Sprague Sports, try out your gun before you buy it on 10 lanes of controlled environment at Yuma's only indoor shooting range, Spread Sports.
And it's Free Filter Friday.
Woo!
At Quick Refrigeration, just head on down to 190 West 10th Street. Say, hey, Jennifer and Teresa said we needed to bring this by, and they will in turn give you a brand new standard 1-inch air filter. That's at Quick Refrigeration.
And our friends over at Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services are locally owned and have been providing pest control services in the Yuma area for over 20 years. And you know what? They still have that fair giveaway going on their Facebook page, but they have a special giveaway going on today celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday. They have a book of tickets and an entry ticket, I believe, to the Yuma County Fair. Go to their Facebook page, like it, share it, let all your friends know how wonderful Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services are.
That's right. They're as awesome as green eggs and ham.
Woo-hoo.
And good morning, Dave Klein from Classic Accounting. Watching on Facebook Live, courtesy of FTS Automotive. We'll be back with Dr. David Brill after the break. Bang your head, little metal helper. That's my Quiet Riot reference. Alrighty. Hello. Nice to meet you, Pastor. All right, we are going to have you guys come on in first, and then we'll bring you in. Come this way into our cat-loving lair. This is Teresa.
Hey, Teresa.
And Anita is on the Facebook Live feed in the corner.
I love your shirt. I love it.
Oh, that is
You got a cream pie.
Definitely what this is from Lola.
Oh, it's so cute.
You have
I
to be
love
so
it.
contentious.
Exactly.
Right?
That's our whole premise.
Yeah.
What they're talking about.
Make America kind again.
I love that.
Abby, are you going to be speaking also?
I can.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, David, we'll put you in the corner, and then Abby
Okay.
can sit right next to you there.
Yeah, she's the star.
You have to show your shirt.
Oh, this is
It's perfect. It's been a busy week in Yuma, and that just sums it up.
Oh my.
Go ahead and pull the microphone right on towards me right here. Pull the whole thing. There you go.
So fun.
Put it close to your mouth.
Yeah, it's very directional.
Sandra says we're all too darn sweet.
If I were Loki,
You
I'd
see?
be batting this right now. Lola would try to eat it.
Really cool how you do the video.
Yeah, we do that, and then we, you can go back to my page and access it anytime, but we also download that, then re-upload it to YouTube, because not everyone uses Facebook.
Yeah.
We embed that link on our website so you can watch it directly from there without Facebook, but we have a couple different platforms.
Yeah, you can go back later and share it so people can see your interview. And a lot of times, if they aren't able to watch in the morning, they'll watch later, and we'll get comments, and we get notifications, so we're still able to engage. But all through, you'll might get a couple of comments off of our Facebook Live feed too, because we have a lot of interaction with it. So
This is so
A lot of people are at work, or they might be scared to actually talk. They don't want their voice heard.
Yeah.
But this way they have a way to kind of have a little back and forth.
exactly.
I love it. So if we answer the questions like to your liking, do we get a little of this?
Well,
pie?
sure. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
It's National Banana Cream Pie Day.
We heard.
We
We
were.
heard.
That caught our attention right away. Absolutely.
Like I said, right off the bat, I go, we don't do any kind of political show, but we want to
That
hear about
is
the
true,
people
Sandra.
behind the signs and the platforms and the campaigns, and that's what people want to hear about. It's all, where do you stand on this issue? But sometimes people will backpedal anymore. So you find out more about them as a person too.
Absolutely.
Think about the people you like to hang out with, people that you enjoy talking
Right.
with, and you have kind of a common background.
Yeah. All right, we have about 15 seconds.
Or say sense of commonality. Is
Yes,
probably
there
what-
we go. There we go. Still got Quiet Riot on the brain. Thanks, Little.
This is so fun. I love how you just have stuff everywhere.
And we have Friday decorations.
Yeah,
So we pull the cat stuff
The
down.
cat stuff is not always there.
Oh, okay. So
My
Cat Day
little
on
fox
Friday?
is because my son
Yep.
made it, but that's about it. All right, we ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com if you'd like to stream us, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. Now, we have two guests in the studio with us. Sad that it wasn't three, but one had to stay home and be in charge.
It's okay.
We have Dr. David Brill for Congress District 4, and Abby is also here today. Thank you both for coming to Yuma.
We are so glad to be here.
Now, I understand your RV's taking up our whole parking lot.
That's absolutely great.
Yes, and to your defense, our parking lot is not very big, so it's okay.
But it's a great way to get around the district.
Well, it sure is. Now, we do have to make a quick note for those listening on the radio. Facebook Live viewers saw it, but Abby's wearing a shirt, and I think we all need one. It says, Make America Kind Again.
I love it. I
Yeah.
absolutely love it.
That's wonderful, and I'm sure you've already figured out that that's kind of what we're all about here.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
we're a sense of community and reaching out and helping others and spreading the word, and everything doesn't have to be nasty. And
Oh, let's all get along.
yeah, that's our whole thing.
Yeah.
All right, well, Dr. Brill, tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm the son of a Methodist minister. My dad went to many churches that were in conflict, and I've been doing that for years in my businesses.
All right, and where do you reside right now?
I'm in Prescott.
Okay, is it a little bit cooler up there?
Absolutely.
We had snow.
I was
We
gonna say,
you had
inches of
snow.
snow a couple days ago. It's probably a lot of it's still there.
I think Sierra Vista had snow earlier this week, and that baffled me. One of our friends is in the military, and their the PT training area was covered in snow. I'm
Yeah.
thinking, Sierra Vista?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I was up in Kirkland this past weekend. Kirkland? No. What is the name of the place?
Started with a W. Not Winslow, Wickenburg.
Wickenburg. But I say Kirkland because my husband's cousin lives up in Kirkland, Peoples Valley area, and she went from Wickenburg towards her home, and she got snow flurries on that night. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was freezing in Wickenburg, just because I'm not used to it. I'm from here, born and raised here in Yuma, so any little bit of cold goes right to my bones.
It's so funny. I was out in the yard playing with Lola the other day, our Boston Terrier / French Bulldog mix, and I ran her so hard that she actually sought out a little patch of snow under one of the bushes
To cool off?
and she flops like we call it spatchcocking, where she just absolutely flops and her back feet go out behind her and she just lies like, so her belly is completely on the ground
She
to
needed
cool
to
off.
cool off.
And she found this
Yeah.
little patch of snow. I thought it was great.
Well, I believe Lola does have her own YouTube channel now, I think, and
She does.
we'll share that later just so everyone can have a reference. She is
does.
so adorable.
She doesn't
But-
understand why it's all about Dave. She says, wait.
Well, David, you are best known in Northern Arizona as manager of primary care services for the Northern Arizona Veterans Administration.
Yeah.
What has that experience been like?
Well, I was in charge of telehealth. I led the telehealth program. And what's going on is that veterans in remote rural areas just don't have access to care, and we can't afford to send docs up there and pay them to be there all the time. So we set it up so that our docs can do telehealth. I could see any veteran in all of northern Arizona from my desk. So I could see veterans in Chinle, on the Hopi Reservation, Kingman, Lake Havasu. And that was I came to start that program here in northern Arizona, and then I became the manager of all of primary care. So I became the manager of all the northern clinics.
So you've probably heard a lot of the stories, seen, many veterans over the years. I just know we have a regular who likes to watch us on Facebook Live, and he was posting yesterday about, some of the challenges right here in our area. There are long waits, long time to get appointments for specialized care, and then if you go out of network, you're kind of violating your contract, and then you're, for lack of a better acronym, SOL sometimes.
We can definitely do better, and with less money. But yes, the veterans absolutely need to have shorter waits for the specialty care, less bureaucracy managing the specialty care. And no, they can't travel like they do now from here to Tucson. Come on, really? We've got to change that. We've got to make the care more locally accessible for the veterans, and we can do it. We can just use the money differently and innovate, which is what we've been doing in healthcare for decades. Let's do it with the VA too.
With your background, you have the extensive experience too.
I understand the VA very well from within. I received some of their national leadership training, and yes, I have some ideas about how we can do that.
You say you'll fight for simple, affordable, and accessible health care for every American. Obviously, we want our veterans to be included in that too, but you feel everyone is entitled to something they can afford.
Well, for me, I was the corporate medical director of Michelin Tires, where we had 25,000 employees and 100,000 retirees and dependents. And this is back in the 90s, and at the time I thought that we could potentially negotiate with the insurers and healthcare organizations and really make a difference. You don't have the leverage. But for me, then I went on and founded 3 small businesses, and what I found is that it's really hard for businesses, especially nonprofits, to be responsible for healthcare. They can't afford to do it. Small businesses just can't afford it, and big businesses don't really want to be in the business. So I think it makes sense for us to provide accessible healthcare. It doesn't have to be, monopolistic, but accessible health care for every American. And then if employers want to provide, higher level of care, let them do it. But key is that when you lose your job, you don't lose your insurance. That is just horrible.
That's what hurts so many families that may already be living to check as it is.
Yeah. And when you lose a job, I'm a doctor. The biggest occupational risk is when you lose a job, that's when bad things happen. People get depressed, they go into substance abuse, their illnesses come out, they're stressed, families break up, their social network is gone. It's a bad situation. You need your insurance at that time.
Now, Dr. Brill, you are a doctor, but what made you run for Congress?
2 things, gratitude and frustration. No, seriously. I have had a wonderful career. I've really, really enjoyed it. And I was able to get a good education when I was young because it was affordable at the time. Good education now is not affordable for our children. I'm really frustrated by that. We've got to make it affordable again. We've got to invest in our kids' community colleges and help our kids stay in the communities where they grow up with good careers instead of going elsewhere for their opportunities. And the other part that I'm frustrated about is that I really feel our district has been neglected. Our current representative has been focused more on shrinking federal government instead of using its constitutional duty to promote the general welfare. And that is a constitutional duty of the federal government. So we have a lot of boats that we can float in our district, and I plan to do that.
All right, now fiscal responsibility and fair taxation. We obviously know that's been something that's certainly been in the forefront of the media all over the place. Where do you stand on that?
Well, we have had the greatest wealth transfer in history since Ronald Reagan from the lower and middle classes to the upper class. Since the 1980s, about 80% of the new wealth created in the country has gone to the top 10%. And the latest tax cuts, which added another 10% to our federal deficit, has added to that. So wealth inequity in our country is largely a tax issue. I think we should reinstate fair taxes because those who have benefited the most from the system have benefited from our infrastructure investments in this country, and we need to have them give back so that we can invest in infrastructure again.
One of our Facebook Live viewers says, truthfully, I just want a system that's straightforward. If there are complications or things that I need to do, I want to know up front instead of having to find out when it's too late. And he says, I know there's extra work to be done. I'll get it done, but I just need to know what I need to get it done. That's the thing that a lot of people, they don't feel that there's transparency out there.
Is he talking about taxes? I wasn't sure what. But if he's
I think
talking
it's
about taxes,
and
we can simplify it.
Medical, I think.
Yeah, medical and dealing with the VA.
Yeah, because he's a
He's
veteran.
a disabled veteran.
Oh, a veteran. Yes. Where I'd like to see us go is that we have something closer to a PPO, a preferred provider organization, where the veterans can simply go and see their specialty care without having to go through a whole lot of bureaucracy and red tape and micromanagement, which, by the way, costs a lot of money and slows things down. Instead of doing the micromanagement of the consults, we can invest from bureaucracy into paying the providers.
You're right. He says, but currently it seems like everything is so cloak and dagger. I think this guy's kind of falls under some of that.
Yeah.
He said it's impossible to figure out what's going on. And I can see the frustrations that are out there, especially having to wait a while to get in to see someone.
That's why I have a really wonderful advantage in going to Congress for the veterans, because I was the one on the inside that saw all the processes, how they work, and I was the one that when the veterans would write their letters to the congressmen and say, hey, we got to speed this up, we got to change this is off the rails. I was the one that then said, okay, here's how we get it back on the rails. This is what we need to do. I understand this system from the inside.
All right, quickly, because obviously some of the big things in our area that have been kind of in the forefront, the DACA and immigration issue.
I've met a number of DACA people, and I've spent about half an hour yesterday speaking with a Border Patrol agent who's on the front lines. DACA, young DACA people who have been in our country for a long time. Let's put it this way. This is a de facto amnesty that has been there. And as a de facto amnesty, we in our country own a fair process. We need to provide a fair process for these people to citizenship. That said, there are some bad actors among them, and those need to be addressed directly. Anybody who's a criminal, people who haven't been paying taxes, people who fail to keep jobs or keep moving on higher education. But I've met with a number of wonderful DACA young men and women, and they deserve a fair path to citizenship.
All right, and last one before we let you get on the road, because you're a very busy man, and we've got pie here to eat this morning. So, gun violence. I mean, we see it everywhere so many times a day now, just the different stories, and I've already seen a news story this morning. Not here locally, but something else in the news.
And we had a scare, this past week with possible gun violence. Thankfully, it was not a threat, and it was something that was misinterpreted. But how do you stand on that?
Absolutely no responsible gun owner should ever be deprived of a gun, period. But high-risk guns need to be out of the hands of high-risk people. And we need to define the risks of high-risk people with instant background checks, with training, just like the veterans and law enforcement people get. If you're going to buy a semi-automatic weapon, you need to have the same kind of responsible training that our veterans and law enforcement staff already get. And we need to have an age of 21, in order to buy those. And yes, we can't have one powerful lobby dictating forbidding research and dictating our national discussion.
All right. Great information this morning, Dr. David Brill. If someone's interested in finding information about you or more about your campaign, how can they do so?
BrillForCongress.com, also on Facebook.
All right, that's
Makes it easy.
BRILL. All right, we want to thank you and Abby so much. And hi, Lola, if you're watching
Yes,
from home
hi,
or you get
Lola.
to watch later. We wish you could have come to visit, but they're busy out on the road. You need to be playing at home. All right, it's Today in Yuma on Z93 Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and it's time to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie out in the courtyard with Dr. Brill and Abby here in a second. We'll be back after the break. The show is brought to you by Classic Accounting. They have 30 years of experience and knowledge to benefit you. Ask about their advanced program. You can get up to a $2,500 advance while your refund processes. No additional fees or APR costs if you use the program. Give them a call today. I know Dave's watching. That's 343-1040.
And Sprague Sports, visit their partner location, Truckmates, Yuma's home for snug top shelves and lids, line-in spray and bed liners, and 3-in window tinting and BDS suspensions. You can find them next to Sprague's on 32nd Street next to Lowe's.
And it's Catch Her Friday, but it's also
Free Filter Friday.
Stop by Quick Refrigeration at 190 West 10th Street and take in your old, dirty, dusty air filter because you do need to keep those changed out. And they will give you a brand new standard 1-inch air filter for free. That's a standard 1-inch filter.
And Advocate Pest and Wildlife Services offers wildlife control like feral cat trapping, snake and skunk relocation, and pigeon extraction. You can give them a call today at 928-343-9149. Better yet, go to Facebook because there is a special giveaway going on for today.
Fair tickets, Dr. Seuss. All right, we'll be back after the break on Today in Yuma.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
But we didn't talk about the
We'll share that after
we
the
gotta
fact,
come back
too.
and talk about the animals.
Now I want to see this YouTube page.
I know, right?
Understood was that you guys were like
Yeah.
non-political. Hang on,
We're not political. You're talking about your stand on the issues and stuff.
we were just going to be talking about our pets.
No, we've got beautiful.
Well, he's running for Congress, but I guess we could just talk about Lola.
Low level.
I want to get your message out too.
This is really so nice of me to ask questions.
I love that. The dog's a Democrat, but the cat's an independent.
And is it,
Really?
and is
Wow.
it, and is it
I'm going to
doctor?
stand right over here next to me.
Okay.
How funny is
She
that?
has
That's
a lot of
Orion.
arms, so she does our selfies.
Here we go. Oh, this is so great, you guys.
Smile.
Yeah.
We put these up on our Facebook page, but we also have a gallery. We have a selfie with every one of our guests, and we keep it up on
You
there.
guys,
So.
you guys
No.
are great.
You guys are really fun.
So fun.
But we really probably should come back just to talk about the pets.
Okay.
Because one of the fun things, for instance, that I was all set to talk about is, I'm a doc, so I do dictation. And whenever a javelina comes across the yard or another
Right.
dog comes into the yard, the dogs start barking. Woof, woof, and the dictation takes
so
it
it doesn't
down.
pick it up?
And I get the funniest words.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Like root. Becomes R-O-O-T or R-O-U-T-E or Bert. Or B-E-R-T.
how funny is that?
But I was all set for that stuff.
No worries.
So
Yeah.
really
We'll
fun.
have to have you guys.
All right, we're going to talk
you
about
so much.
basketball next.
Thanks again. I have an injured claw here.
Yeah, it was a joy to meet you.
Enjoy our great weather while you're here.
We'll be
Oh, we
back.
are.
We're going to be back in Yuma a
You
lot.
have to
Yeah,
send Jen
we
the
are.
link to where we can
I have to
find
say,
those.
The shirt.
Yes, I love.
Yeah,
I
definitely
love
do that.
I have a son that's interested in Embry-Riddle in Prescott.
Oh,
Yes.
lovely. Great schedule.
Yeah.
It is. All right, we got to get back.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Thanks,
Have a
sir.
lovely
Nice
day.
to meet you.
You too.
Little, don't worry, you have a right to gripe.
Come on in. Don't forget you're on Facebook Live right
Okay.
there.
Morning.
Morning.
Go ahead and have a seat in that middle chair right there. As we tempt everyone with the pie. It's not even a real pie. No.
It's just
Is it coconut cream?
No, it's banana cream,
Oh,
National
but-
Banana Cream Pie Day.
Oh, nice.
it is a real pie.
It is. It is real pie.
It is real.
Janice
banana
cooks for
cream
us each Friday, so. No, little, it's okay. See, these are the important issues.
That was like by the skin of our teeth back in our seats.
I know,
right?
Is that the closest we've ever cut it?
Pretty close.
Pretty close.
All right, we ready?
Yep. Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Teresa.
We are here live on Z93, Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com, and the FTS Automotive Facebook Live feed. And we were doing our Lotus Day Spawn Salon selfie with Dr. Brill and Abby out in the courtyard. They want to talk more about pets because he's a physician, so he does a lot of dictation.
Yeah.
And they have some javelina and different things. They live out in the country. He said they'll come into the yard, the dog will start barking, and the dictation machine will pick up the different animal
I
sounds.
know, that's so so funny. And then to see what it actually dictates to that Bert. Can you imagine how many times Bert is in his notes?
Well, when I'm working around the house, because I'll take paperwork home, I like to sit on the floor and spread it out and make a mess and sort of get organized. A cat cannot stay away from a pile of paper. No, she has to come over, and if I need the V's, she's laying right on top of them. So I understand. If I were to be doing dictation, it would involve her wanting food and just like meow, and the pitch gets higher the hungrier she gets, and she's just tricking me. She's not starving. All right, next up with this, we're going to change course here, and we are going to talk about basketball. We have Pastor Vince Harmon here today, and we're going to talk about the Sarah Harmon Memorial 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Thank you for coming in.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Well, it is our pleasure. I see your shirt there,
I am.
too.
Yep.
You guys are all set. You've got the shirts that are for the event. Now, Pastor, I'm going to have you give us a little bit of backstory about your daughter, Sarah, because this is in her memory.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that. Sarah is our oldest daughter of 4. She passed away 4 years ago suddenly, and so we have this in memory of her, and also to get kids in the community to play basketball. But the reason we're doing that is because Sarah loved people. She was kind. She had a lot of friends. She actually loved music. That was one of her loves. She played piano. She played drums. She wrote music and sang. Wow. And then she loved basketball. So from the time she was 5 years old, we were playing basketball in the driveway. She played for Yuma Lutheran School. She played for the city. She played for Yuma Catholic. And she ran cross country as well, but basketball was one of her favorite things
passions.
to do. Yeah, she loved that.
Oh, well, that is awesome. Well, we are going to talk about the tournament. It's coming up March 9th and 10th.
It is next weekend.
And today is the deadline to get teams signed up, correct?
It is. Today is the deadline. Teams of 4. It's 3-on-3 basketball. It's half-court basketball, so it's not running up and down the court. But it's for all ages. It's we have 10 and under. We have 11 and 12, 13 and 15, 16, and 18. And then we have for 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, and 50-year-olds and up. And so it's for men and women, boys and girls, for everyone to come and play.
Well, I appreciate that you're not going to make us compete against a 20-year-old.
No,
it is only half court.
Yeah, we do need another 50-year-old team. So I've been playing. This is my 4th year playing. So.
Oh, wow.
Now, are you pretty hardcore on the age, or would you let someone who's a little younger maybe play on the 50-year-olds? I'm not playing. I have no basketball skills.
What happens is if they're not in the right age group, we play up if they're younger.
Okay.
And if they're older, we play down.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So there are no unfair advantages.
We try to keep it fair, right?
Okay.
Now, if somebody's interested in participating, how do they go about doing that?
What they do is they go to christyuma.org and get their registration forms, fill those out, and turn them in at Christ Lutheran Church, Yuma Lutheran School, or Yuma Catholic. You can do that today, or they can call the church office at 726-0773, or they can get the papers, and we're actually going to extend the deadline. Tomorrow we have a basketball tournament at Yuma Lutheran School gym, and so they can turn them in till 2 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, perfect.
And if necessary, till 12 o'clock on Monday, but that is the final deadline because we got to get the t-shirts made, right?
Yeah, you got to
Salty
make sure.
Dog does a great job getting the t-shirts made for us, but that is the absolute deadline. But if they can get it in today, tomorrow, that would be great.
All right, and registration is just $80 per team.
Per team, right?
And there are awards for the top finishers.
There are. So we have the $80 includes 3 games for everyone, plus a t-shirt, and then if they are in the top finisher, they get a little trophy that we give out to everybody on the team.
Where's the tournament actually going to be held?
The tournament is at Christ Lutheran Church or
perfect.
Yuma Lutheran School. It's the same ministry at our gym. Games are played inside and outside, so people need to know that. So some games are played inside, some are outside, but all the championship games are played in the gym.
Now I see lunch is going to be served.
Yes, yeah, great tri-tip lunch.
And the tri-tip lunch is on Saturday, the 10th?
That's right, right.
All right.
From 11 to 2.
And that is just $7 a plate.
That's it.
And maybe they're not participating in basketball. 'Cause I have no basketball skills.
Right.
I'm terrible, but if I wanted to come out and help support the event, I could just pay my $7, have lunch, and hang out.
That's right. So
And spectate.
yeah, so I encourage people to come, cheer on the basketball players, come and watch, and then eat lunch. And the lunch is fantastic. And tri-tip from 11 to 2, and it's only $7.
And I like that they're also guaranteed 3 games too. Some of
Yes.
them are one and done and you're out.
Right, we don't want that.
Yeah, you don't feel like you get your value. But this way, it's a tournament style.
It is a tournament plus just for kids to come and have fun, adults to have fun, and to know they're going to play 3 games and some play more.
And about how many total teams are you anticipating or would you like to see?
We'd like to see 40 teams. That would be great. We had 160 people play last year, so yeah, that would be great.
Oh,
But we need to get
that's good.
people to get their registrations in. This is Yuma. Everybody does it last minute, so we're expecting a lot today.
Perfect.
Yes, one of the things, and we love our community, but we all know it's a last-minute town.
Yes.
But sometimes that might be focused or based around, got to wait for payday or
Right.
got to do this or I have that day off because we have a lot of people that have Fridays off around here.
Right.
Just get it taken care of. Well, now it's a chance to do so if you have the day off. All right, it's the Sarah Harmon Memorial 3-on-3 Basketball Tournament, March 9th and 10th. That's next Friday and Saturday. And the website, again, Pastor, if they would like to get that form.
Is ChristYuma.org.
All right. And if you want to find out any other information about the church, you can absolutely do so there. Just look around at the website. Or if you prefer to call, you can call 726-0773. And that's the church office
That
or the
is.
school office?
That's the church office. You talk to Kimberly.
All right. Well, we want to thank you so much for coming in. Great information. We hope there is a wonderful turnout. And I looked ahead a little bit. I think we're going to have some pretty nice weather.
It looks pretty good.
So we're looking at upper 70s, low 80s. So even those
Ooh.
outdoor games, it's going to be nice
It's
to
gonna
sit
be
out and watch
beautiful.
them. All right, our guest with us today, Pastor Vince Harmon. Anything else you want to share with the audience before we head out?
I'll just come out and enjoy, and thank you for having me on today.
All right, we're looking forward to it. This is Today in Yuma on Z93 Outlaw Country, MonsterMediaYuma.com. We have to take our Lotus Day Spa and Salon selfie with Pastor out in the courtyard so you can all see his shirt out there
Yes.
with our cat shirts. It's Today in Yuma. We'll be back after the break. Foodielicious will be heading over. See, she's having to make up. She was sick last week. I'll teach her to have the flu. All right. Right here. Right in the middle.
Right on that leaf right there.
Yeah, there we go. All right, here we go.
Smile.
Awesome, thank you. I'll send that to Kimberly
Okay,
too.
thank you
All right,
very much.
nice to meet you, Pastor. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
We tried to tell him the pie wasn't real.
Hi, Pastor Harmon. It's real. I just didn't really make it.
Big.
I didn't really make it. I mean,
He's on the roof. He just took off
Have a good
running.
day.
Bye, thank you.
Did he run away?
Big is up on the roof.
Oh, great.
He's doing big stuff.
big stuff,
You do radio stuff, he does big stuff.
which is,
And
he does his stuff on radio.
they all knew it was Catcher Friday because all 4 were out there.
The cats?
Yes.
This morning?
The 3 that were fixed were all out there and then Sappho.
The little snake that didn't want to go in the cage.
So they thought it was fake?
No, I told him it was fake.
Oh.
I go, it's not real. I was thinking, wow, that looks so real.
And Anita, the way she was getting Jen in the shot, she had the pie like right underneath it.
Look at that at the right angle.
Like when you go like that in crowds. Squish your hand.
Or the leaning tower. Is that?
I'll do that sometimes. We'll be on bleachers and I'll just be like, what are you doing? I'm squishing that guy's head.
You have to entertain yourself sometimes.
Block yourself out of the real world.
Is it taking pictures?
Yeah.
No one said smile.
No, there's a couple.
Well, both Jeff and Jace were up this morning when I was taking the picture with Rodimus, and they're like, "We'll take it for you." I'm like, "Then it's
No.
not a selfie."
Has to be a selfie.
Morning, Phil.
That's a you tookie.
And she only sort of ran away this time when I went to catch her. Like she knows what's
Sorta.
coming.
Oh, she's like, oh, it's Friday.
You don't
Yeah,
shake
but-
the. You don't shake the treats.
No, the treats were on the couch, and she ran around the couch. So
Oh.
I went over there anyway. I would have shaken them, but I go, "Come here, you love me."
I know, like my little dog when I kiss him on the cheek, he's all, oh. But you know he loves it.
We still have about 30 seconds.
Or he wouldn't follow me every room, and you know.
Oh, they extubated my cousin. He's just trying to get comfortable now.
Oh, good.
Poor little thing. Air show. I know.
It's gonna be a motoring day.
Is it on St. Patrick's Day?
I took 4 this morning.
Yeah, no. I really try not to take anything if I can avoid it, but my shoulder.
I have to move.
Stop my headache. I don't think my ibuprofen's working
I think
anymore.
everybody needs sleep.
I concur.
All right, ready? Little says, "Could somebody eat that dang pie? It's driving me nuts." Hey, I'm gonna eat that. All right, we ready?
Welcome back to Today in Yuma. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Teresa.
And I'm Foodielicious.
Yummy! All right, we got to talk pie here.
I know, because everybody's like, please talk pie. Talk about what is that pie doing here? What is it doing? Last night we were busy till late, so I looked up what was the national holiday today, and it's banana cream pie. I love banana cream pie. I believe you guys do too. So I said, I'll just go grab one. Today's really about adapting. Cooking is not just always a set recipe. You have to adapt to what you're doing. So sometimes you have to improvise and go get the really good looking stuff at the store and pretend you did it.
Some people do that all the time.
Well, I don't like to, and I usually try to pick the ones with imperfections. Like one Christmas, I had a lot of baking to do, but I was really busy, and my sister's the baker, and I wanted to try to show her up that year. So I ran out. I made 4 different items myself already, a couple pies and brownies and stuff, but I wanted a whole bunch of more stuff, so I went to Peanut Patch, and I hit their deli case, and I got like haystacks and different fudge and stuff, but the lady looked at me weird when I said, "Can I have 4 of your ugliest haystacks?" And she said, "What? Why do you want the worst?" I said, "Because then it's believable I made it. Because it won't look like it came from a professional store."
Oh, you're so
if you have to improvise, just go and get the ones that don't look perfect. That's how I look at it.
Or ask them, do you have something in the back you didn't put out because you didn't think it was pretty enough?
Well,
That's
not that
what I
bad.
need.
Not that bad. I'm better than that standard, so I have to get the middle of the road.
It's funny that you mentioned that because my cousin was in town, Lisa. She frequently watches on Facebook Live, and she sends us every Friday our picture of Baxter. But she made muffins for the family because we had a funeral, and she made a whole bunch of blueberry muffins that were delicious.
They were good.
And she said her husband he's like, "Hey, can you leave me a couple of those? Because my house smells delicious, and I'm kind of like your kids. I should get to taste it, you know?" And so she said she left him the ugly ones. I go, "What do you mean the ugly ones?" She goes, "Well, sometimes the fruit, the blueberries and things will land in weird places, and sometimes it'll make the middle kind of sink a little bit. They're not perfectly flat on top or whatever the case may be." Well, then she sent me a picture of the ugly muffins on her counter when she got home so I could see what they actually look like. They're not ugly. They just have a little bit of character.
And they weren't up to the high standards. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
You always put the best one in the container that's going places.
Oh,
and the kids are like, they get the leftover part of it. But they don't care. You're still eating it. And they still like it.
It tastes the same.
They don't care if that muffin was 3/4 full or half full. They don't care.
Well, my mom baked wedding cakes, and she would end up with a little more rise than she wanted in the center, and she needed them to be flat. So she'd take her long butcher knife and slice the little top bump off, and those were the best parts, like the little skinny tiny cake. She'd let us have all the weird stuff.
Right? But
That's why
you remember it, right?
I know, it was good. That's why I don't like frosting, because we could have all the frosting we wanted, but I love the little skinny top piece of the cake.
Well, that's like the muffin top. They sell just the tops like at the different muffin stores?
Do they? I
Yeah.
don't know those, but I didn't know you could buy a muffin top.
Yep.
You can.
They lead to muffin
Not
tops.
only can you wear them, yes,
I
not only
gotta
can you
wear
wear
my
them,
muffin
you can buy them.
Use them to hide things, you know. Little inside joke there.
Sorry about that to our audience. All right. Do we have a Foodielicious
We do have a
Friday
winner for our 251. I went there the other day on a lunch meeting, you guys, and you need to try their ceviche green salad. It is excellent. It's on a really nice bed of lettuce, and instead of the shrimp being all cut up like traditional ceviche, it had like a fresh pico on top, but then he sauteed the shrimp whole and put them on with seasoning. So it had the same flavor with the avocado and everything, but you really got to taste just the shrimp, not all chopped.
You know, last night I called in an order since we were downtown. I called in an order and picked it up. They were packed, and one of the things I enjoyed while I went and waited for my food to be ready is they had live music in there.
Yeah.
They had live music in there, and I guess every so often, a couple times a week, they have different local musicians go in and play some music, and it made for a really, really nice ambiance. And it was packed. Of course, we loved the French tips, the tri-tip. French dip was delicious.
Well, we're trying to work on maybe an appetizer. That's a Foodielicious appetizer on the menu.
Ooh.
And so I have to go this weekend. We're going to play softball, so I'm making a bunch of, they're kind of like jalapeno poppers, but they don't have cheese. So you take the fresh jalapeno and scrape them out and put chicken breasts and wrap them all in bacon and bake them.
Ooh.
So even when they're cool later, they don't have to be kept warm,
Yeah.
and they really taste good. So I'm making a bunch of those this weekend. So I'm kind of going to go along that premise if they can do it, but instead of the chicken, it would be tri-tip in the fresh jalapeno half wrapped in bacon and then baked. And then you can dunk it in. They can make a special cheesy sauce if they want or something. But
That sounds really good.
I know, will I not be making it to status if I'm on a menu? Okay, back to our winner.
Twisted Foodielicious creation there.
I got sidetracked. Our winner this week is Nicholas Owens.
Congratulations, Nicholas Owens. And if you would like to enter to hopefully be the lucky winner next week, all you need to do is go to monstermediayuma.com, click on Janice's Foodielicious tab at the top, go to the page, and it's a really short, quick entry form. Get yourself entered for that. Hop on over to Anita's WTF page and enter to win a gift certificate from Bare Naked Soap Co.
Yes, and both of those prizes in themselves are great. It's $25 to 251 Downtown Twisted Kitchen, and it's $20 to Bare Naked Soap Co., which all of those places last night were happening. I didn't get a chance to get into Bare Naked Soap Co. like I wanted, so I'll have to make a special trip this week.
Everything was packed, which is wonderful and amazing for our downtown
Yes,
merchants.
definitely.
We really like to see the different people going to the businesses and doing a little shopping and eating. So
I hit up Bare Naked on Tuesday. I was there for our lunch meeting when I was at 251. I'm like, I'm going next door because they had new soap. So I got my kids. My boys really like their beard soap because a lot of times your beard hair can get really coarse and stuff. But they have one that's called Cherry Lover, and it's just for your beard and face, and it smells so good. But it makes their beard nice and smooth, and it makes it lays down.
Yeah.
They love it. So
Definitely going to have to get in there this weekend.
Bare Naked Soap Co. All right, get those entries in for Cat Shirt Friday. You have until noon. You can either text them to 928-343-0993 or message them to either Teresa or myself or the station Facebook page.
Yes.
We check them all. I think we all get notifications
get
for
notices.
those. But better too many than not
I'm like,
enough.
look at that calf.
Don't forget Midnight at the Oasis all weekend this weekend. Today is the cruise. Don't forget, if you are in the area of 32nd Street, Avenue B, Avenue A area, it's probably better to stay clear unless you're going to actually watch the cruise.
They have signs out on all
Already?
down County 14th
Nice.
and Avenue B about the no parking on the side of the road because,
Good.
Avenue B is a highway.
Yes.
And it's kind of challenging, but it states expect the road to be closed from 4 to 7 p.m. to other through traffic. Too. That's
Perfect.
County 14, not Avenue B.
Perfect. And there's plenty of places. There's plenty of places to pull over and actually view all of the beautiful classic cars. Again, that's today, like Jen said, between 4 and 7 o'clock. And don't forget, come on out tomorrow night. Woohoo! And come say hi to us. I plan on taking a rather large selfie.
Oh, a group selfie.
Yes.
We're going to do it.
We're going to do it.
Take that, Ellen. No, don't forget, get your passport. You can buy them today. You can still purchase them at the gate.
Yes.
When you get to Desert Sun Stadium today, $20 gets you into all the events. Today, tomorrow, and Sunday, that's the best value, but tomorrow they're not going to be available because the value dwindles a little bit.
Exactly. And if you want tickets, get here today before noon. Like we said, we've had a rather long week, and it's not done yet.
Nope.
So we're going to be leaving a little early today. So if you have tickets for this weekend, definitely want to get here today before noon.
That's right. And if you would like to see a complete list of all the Midnight at the Oasis events, we have a schedule on our website. Go to monstermediayuma.com on the homepage. We also have that cruise map for this afternoon if you would like to actually see a snapshot of it
Yes.
and find out what to do. And just a little reminder, on our homepage also, we still have the video of the individuals that they believe are responsible for the Mesa Heights fire in January.
Exactly.
Look at that. If you've not seen it, please share it, spread the word. We want to find those individuals
We need
responsible.
it. Yuma, we need to step up and find these people. They put a lot of people out, displace them, but future people too. Now it's set us back to regular. Step one, when people could have been enjoying those places already.
already. We need to come together as a community.
And there is a reward if your tip leads to the arrest of the parties involved. There is an award reward of up to about $10,000. So you know what? It's not worth hiding something for your friends. If they're going to be doing that kind of stuff, those aren't friends you should be hanging out with anyways.
I agree. All right, coming up on Monday's show, the air show needs volunteers. We will be chatting with them so you can find out what might be expected as a volunteer. And the folks from Sun Vista RV will be coming in to talk about New Odyssey.
Yes, it's 3 guys and they play 30 instruments.
What?
I know, and they have an amazing, at Sun Vista RV, they have an amazing auditorium entertainment center, you guys. So the sound quality is fabulous. It's only $25.
Ooh, super excited.
Ooh.
All right, get your Catcher Friday entries in. Thank you, Foodielicious. We're going to have a little pie.
And there is a recipe on there, it's just not this one. There is a banana one there.
Does this say go into store, purchase, and go home and eat? Is that the recipe?
Yes.
Have you ever made an actual cream banana
I have.
pie?
You're
Okay,
basically
good.
just making a custard or a pudding and layering it with a nice whipped topping.
I can make this. That's how easy it is.
Well, I'm going to enjoy this one, even though it's not homemade.
All right, it's today in Yuma. I hope to see you tomorrow at midnight at the Oasis at Desert Sun Stadium. Lots of great entertainment and classic cars. Coming up next on Z93, it's the Bob and Sherry Show. And on Outlaw Country, AP News at the top of the hour. And then your favorite classic country music. We'll see you Monday. KCYK Yuma and KLJZ Yuma.
See us tomorrow night.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, Anita.
Bye. Thanks,
Happy
Anita.
Friday!
I need a piece of pie.
My thighs do not.